You are on the line with Juan Roque and my brother, my partner in crime, the Rykno, Ryan Knowles, talking ASU versus NAU. And offense, Rykno, when you score 9 touchdowns, it's really hard to find a lot wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had we'll get the bad part out of the way right now. That Cameron Marshall fumble was a little bit.
That looked like a broken play. I bet you it looked a lot better in practice against the scout team than it did against the first team defense.
Probably, but I mean that's probably the one negative we can point out. We got to get into the positive though. Taylor
He didn't
Kelly,
have a good game either. Cameron Marshall.
He still scored a couple touchdowns.
He did, but his rushing total, I was like, wow. But that's only going to get better.
They had kind of a hard time opening up some holes for him. I think it's just a communication on the offensive line that's got to get worked out.
Maybe, and that's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those kinks that needs to be worked out. But Taylor Kelly was very impressive to me. He was the big question mark coming into this season, whether or not he could manage the game. I felt like he did that extremely well. Going 15 and 19 for 247 yards and a score, rushing 6 times for 51 yards as well. He got out of the pocket a little bit and was able to get down the field. That was very, very impressive. And then Marion Grice, the JUCO transfer, 14 rushes for over 100 yards and 3 scores. Now, whether you got to consider the competition here.
Right.
We don't know if he's going to be more like Ryan Terrain or Sean DeWitty here.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of back.
And I think with Grice, you got to give him the benefit of that doubt because he does come from a JUCO program, and for a JUCO transfer to just come in and that quickly establish himself and make plays, yes, the competition is going to get slowly better, but it was one hell of a debut, Rykno. You have to admit, he really just came from
the
nowhere.
best junior college running back in the country, so very nice to watch. We'll see how many touches he gets going forward. And then the freshman, Rick Smith, 5 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. That was very good to see him. DJ Foster, Chris Coyle, guys like that get out in space and make plays and use their speed. That was incredible to see. Very nice.
Absolutely.
That's like a testament to Todd Graham's offense.
And I do believe in watching DJ Foster, this young man, what he did just in his first game as a collegian. He didn't show me the freshman jitters. He didn't show me that he's a little tentative. I think this
first drive had that nice 3rd down catch for the first down. Yeah, that right there is very impressive.
I believe DJ Foster has the potential because I've seen great running backs, I've seen good running backs, I've seen not so good running backs. This kid has all the tools to be an All-American by his junior year, and I think if everything goes as well as Todd Graham wants it to go, as we want it to go, he may even contend for some hardware.
Bold prediction.
Before he's over.
I like it. Very nice.
Ryan Knowles, we're talking ASU defense versus NAU offense, and Rykno, got to feel pretty good as a defensive coordinator when your opponent only averages 2.5 yards a carry, 88 total yards, 237 of total offense, and 5.7 yards per completion. That's not a bad day for defense.
88 yards on the ground. You got to feel pretty good no matter who you're playing when you only give up 6 points. And it was really great to see them come out. I mean, they did give up a couple 3rd down conversions there.
Right.
But anytime you can keep an opposing offense at 6 points and less than 250 yards of total offense,
that's a pretty good day at the office.
Yeah, that's a very good day at the office. And some of the guys I definitely want to point out, Brandon McGee, of course, the senior leader, the captain, with a very nice pick 6.
That was very nice.
That was a very nice play. Very, 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 very impressive. That was great to see him coming back from that tough Achilles injury and his first game back. Take one to the house. That was excellent to see. Alden Darby, of course, had that nice 50-yard interception that set up another touchdown. Then the newcomer, Chris Young. This guy is going to be a stud for this defense. I'm telling you, 6.5 tackles, 2.5 for loss, and a nice pass breakup to go with that. He's going to be huge in that Illinois game. We're going to get into that here in a little bit. But then also Will Sutton, 4.5 tackles, another tackle for loss, and only 2 sacks in this game. I was a little bit concerned about that, but he had one. You got to get a little bit. I would have liked to see them get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback, but they did bring some nice pressures. They were able to force NAU's QB out of the pocket. And they were able to keep them pretty one-dimensional, shutting down the run for the most part. So you can't fault this team can't fault this unit too much at all.
I almost equate this like Todd Graham and his staff approach this almost like an NFL staff approaches a preseason game. I don't think they showed us a lot.
Yeah, very much.
I think they stayed very basic in their packages. They stayed
very vanilla.
Mano a mano.
vanilla,
Basically playing man on man. Really showing a lot of what I would say the goodies of their defensive package.
Don't want to show too much opposing teams on film. Absolutely.
And what they executed well. And that's what stood out to me the most about this defense is that they came into this game, they did their assignments correctly. Like you said, Ryan, Junior Yelly was playing his keys, reading his gaps. You see Jackson Hood as a true freshman came out with a couple tackles. Looked strong in there.
He said the nose tackle position, you just need to eat up space. You don't really need to
Gilbert
do
Brown.
too much. Yeah, exactly. So
exactly.
I mean, that's you're not trying to do too much. And Jackson Hood was very impressive. I mean, I felt like he played his game. He created opportunities for other guys. I mean, Chris Young doesn't make those plays without Jackson Hood in the middle there.
You need a strong D tackle. You need that big guy in the middle eating up space. And folks, so we want to hear from you, of course, on our Facebook page. Join the conversation with us. We'd love to hear from you. Who did you think did a good job on the defense this week? Who stood out to you in your eyes? And of course, Rykno and I will be watching the pages and we'll be responding. And join the conversation with us. We'd love to hear from you.